Flat tires are one of the most common problems that you will encounter when riding a bicycle. So today, the mechanics at Wildcat Wheels Bicycle Shop will teach you how to fix a flat. James here has a flat tire.
Oh darn, a flat!
First thing that he will need to do is to release the brakes. This will help him get the wheel off. Just pinch and pull. Most of the time you will not have a stand handy, so to make it easy, you can just flip the bicycle over so that it rests on the seat and handlebars. Either flip it like James does here, or another method. To fix a flat, you will need a few tools. An air pump. This allows you to put pressure in your tires. Smaller travel versions are also available. A wrench for taking off the wheel. A tire lever to help remove your tire. And a patch kit. Now that the tire is flipped over, John can take off the wheel. This bike has a quick release, and so he will not need a wrench this time. Just flip, loosen, and remove. First, remove the valve cap. If your wheel is still fairly inflated, press into the valve to release any excess air. Run the tire lever in between the tire and the rim, and slip the first side of the tire off the rim. This can be a little tricky and might take some practice. Remove the second side of the tire so that it is completely off the wheel. Take note of the position of the tire, tube, and rim so that it is easier later to find the cause of the flat. The tube is what holds air in your tire. Corbin here is removing the tube so that she can find where it is losing air. A good way to do this is to first inflate the tube and run the tube along your face. Feel and listen for any air. Corbin found the problem, and it seems the hole is small enough to patch. Patching is cheaper than replacing the tube and is often just as effective. Most patch kits use glue, and it is what Corbin has here. To patch a tube, rough up the area around the puncture with a piece of sandpaper provided for you. Then, apply a broad, thin layer of glue. The area should be larger than the patch and centered over the hole. Unlike most glues, you will need to wait for the glue to dry before applying the patch, so hang tight. To apply the patch, peel off the metallic side and place the patch face down on the glued area, covering the puncture. Work your fingers over the patch to adequately secure it to the area before peeling off the top plastic cover. Before you begin to put your wheel back together, it is important to check the location of the hole. If it is in the inside of the tube, look along the rim for problems such as dents, snags, or anything abnormal. If the hole is on the outside of the tube, check to see if there is any objects that may have punctured your tire, such as glass or metal. At the end of this video, we will explain this in better detail. The rest is just reversing what you did. Pump up the tire so that it begins to hold its shape, and then feed it back into the tire. Find the hole in your rim through which the valve goes. Place the tire and tube on together, valve first. Once the valve is through and points to the middle of the wheel, feed on the first half of the tire onto the rim. Next, feed the second side into the rim. You may need assistance from your tire lever if this is too hard. Make sure that the tube is not in between the tire and the rim. Go ahead and pump up the tire. Tires like these mountain bike tires should be inflated around 50 psi. If your tire looks different, you can find the proper pressure printed on the side. Place the wheel back in the original position on the bike. The axle of the bike rests in what is called the dropouts. Tighten the wheel back in the dropouts, making sure that your wheel is centered. And before you ride, remember to re-engage your brakes. Fixing a flat is a good skill to have for anyone who rides their bike. It is more economical and takes less time. All of the tools you see here can be purchased at a local bike shop. The bike that you see here is a common style of bicycle, but there may be some differences between this bike and yours. Don't worry, the steps are still the same. A flat tire can be caused by all sorts of things. Underinflation, overinflation, punctures and pinches are just a few reasons. Before completely fixing a flat tire, you will definitely want to determine what caused the flat. If the hole in your tube is large enough to put a pencil through, it would be better to skip patching and purchase a brand new tube. The other possibility is that the hole is too small. In that case, inflate the tube so that it is very full. First, listen to see if you hear or feel anything. If nothing, run the tube through a bucket of water. It will be easy to spot the hole because it will form a stream of bubbles. The location of the hole will give you a clue as to how the problem occurred. If the hole is on the outside of the tube, check to see if there is any objects that may have punctured your tire, such as glass or metal. You can do this by running your hands or a piece of cloth along the inside of your tire. If it is on the inside of the tube, look along the rim for problems such as dents, snags, or anything abnormal. Sometimes the rim tape will fold up inside your rim, exposing the end of the spokes. All you have to do is flip the tape back over your spokes. The best way to guard against flats is keeping your tires properly inflated. Check your air once every week to see if your tires are firm. If you need air, Wildcat Wheels Bicycle Shop provides 2 free air stations on campus, one near our shop on North Campus and the other next to the Johnson Center. Thanks for watching this video. If you are interested in bicycles or have any questions, feel free to drop by our shop. We are here to help you get closer to a cleaner, healthier, faster, and more fun future.